That's pretty neat. Pretty neat. Well, Mays ain't out. Well, they don't have no purchase out here, do they? It's a nice grizzle. Oh, they will, won't they? That's a beautiful bird. A blue check white flag. Oh, that's a nice, long-legged dude. Oh, look at the white splash down there. White saddle. That's a dandy too. I bet those two are related. I know. It's the only red in there. Chocolate, whatever. They got some stiff competition, no doubt. No doubt. But they stand this good chance.
You know where there's a lot of birds at that?
How many compartments do you have in this section?
So there's 8 sections per side, 2 rooms per section. So there's 32 rooms.
32. I'll be doggone.
32 rooms. And,
Boy, it's nice. I'll be doggone.
This side here has all been settled.
Uh-huh.
Now we're working on that side.
I'll be doggone. It's quite a job.
Everybody's treated the same, fed the same, medicated the same, vaccinated the same.
What feed do you feed them? The Ganis feed or the
I feed them,
Lizzie May?
this year I'm feeding the, it's made by Lizzie May. There's a Ganis Gold and a Hoosier Classic. I use the Hoosier Classic right now, and as they start training and getting a little bit out there, they'll go on a little bit higher fat, which will be the Ganis feed. I always fed Versalaga, but with COVID this year, it was a little hard to get the containers in. So my supplier, who's a great guy, Andy Walkwall, he was just stuck. And I already had about 4 weeks of birds in, and I said I'm not going to switch back and disturb the birds. So.
I'll be damned. How much feed do they go through? You know, a couple 100 pounds per day, probably.
Yeah, they're probably about. They're less than 3 bags right now. But once they get up flying and moving, they'll double it.
Right.
And more birds come in.
Yeah.
So yesterday I'm settling 2 new sections down here. That's probably a Kuwaiti bird, Danny.
From Kuwait.
Oh, he closed like an old one.
I'll bet you that's a Kuwaiti bird. And so yesterday I got a new section out, Kuwaitis and American birds. Hawk comes. Boy, these birds were flying.
Yeah.
and we don't know what we're missing. We got to run an inventory today.
Dad burn hawks. I hate them. Yeah.
That hawk attack yesterday, Danny. Good thing you brought your birds today.
I know. At least, yeah.
And you know when you got to call a pigeon flyer to tell them, hey, this happened, they don't understand it. And you know damn well they know.
Pigeon flyers, those guys.
They know.
I tell you right now.
They know what happened, but they play it off.
Yeah. That's pretty neat the way they can fly in between there. I'm always amazed that some of these birds can be settled. I think it was that Dan Hash said that he'd flown birds in a race out there in Utah or whatever, wherever he lives. Well, I think he sent some here, Dan Hash. And you guys are able to resettle them after they've flown in races out in Utah. You know, yeah, he's the one that he's an exporter.
Yeah, I know, Dan.
Yeah.
I know, Dan. You know, the birds are older. What I do is I'll take just a soapy solution, Dawn dish soap, and we got these backpack sprayers.
Right.
I'll spray them down, get them nice and lathered up. But by the time they dry off, two hours later, they can fly. But if you could usually keep a bird on your board, my opinion, 20, 30 minutes, you're not going to lose them. Yesterday, I only had 10 minutes though. They were on the board and that hawk come in like this, they were gone. Until 7 o'clock last night, I'm vaccinating birds with the barn door open. I didn't see one at a time coming back. Those are scary.
I know.
Those are scary days.
Are you going to try to shoot a movie video?
Yeah, I've been shooting it.
Are you shooting one right now?
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty neat.
Let's walk down this way.
Okay.
And shoot.
How many guard dogs you have?
Oh, we got a pair.
Just two. Do you still run the security business or not? Didn't you run?
I turned the business over to my sister. She runs it with an uncle of mine, and
Yeah.
they think I'm crazy. But you know, at the same time we were doing this, we were able to buy Vita King products, and it keeps us busy.
Boy, look at that. There's a lot of them there, ain't there? So do you send any birds to Africa or anything?
I do.
Yourself? Do you?
It's a shame. It's a shame what happened there because, boy, that was such a good race, and everybody I knew wanted to win that race. You know.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they can ever come back. I don't think they can come back from what happened, but
Yeah.
I'm hearing new things about new races coming abroad over there, and hopefully we get a nice race back there.
How about Victoria Falls?
I do. I fly his race.
Yeah.
You know, they're tough. They're just bottom line tough. They're just, you can do well in all the short ones, and then here comes the final, and whole new game. You know.
Something.
Yeah.
Off the wall. Yeah.
Best thing we got after the fire were these cameras here.
That's great.
We got one at each end, caddy corner from one another. There's nights you don't sleep because the strobe light will go off.
Yeah.
Or the county sheriffs will be pulling in because it goes right to county sheriff's office.
John, get a couple pictures of